Welcome to the Plant Power Half Hour, Paula. We're back and it's Thursday, so we have a great topic today.
Good
Cellulite.
morning.
Excuse
Yeah.
me, I can't even get that out
Um,
without coughing. Cellulite. So
yeah,
every
we
woman's
all have
favorite.
it. We all see it and we all want to ignore it, or we all want it to go away quickly. Like, what do we do? How do we deal with this?
Yeah,
What is it? Why is it hanging out?
yeah, exactly. And cellulite is actually a non-medical term, and we think that there's something wrong with us, but there's not. It's super common, and many people struggle with this. And cellulite is, it's that bumpy, those bumpies that you feel on your legs. Some folks get it under the arms or around the arms as you get a little bit older, but it's that underneath. It's our muscle pushing against the connective tissue, and sometimes our connective tissue isn't strong enough and it starts to poke through. We get little holes in our connective tissue. So there's lots of things that we can actually start to do to support our body. Doesn't mean that the cellulite is going to go away. There is no cure-all. There's no fix for cellulite, according to medical texts. It's normal and it's a common condition, and it's predominantly in women more so than men. But there are things that we can do to reduce the appearance and help elimination. And it doesn't necessarily mean that it's related to illness in any way. It's we treat it as a cosmetic concern more than anything. Uh, where should we start?
Yeah, well, we're talking about this because it's part of the lymphatic system, and our whole month we're focused on what are we doing to support our lymphatic system? What is it all about? And what are the tools that we can use and the modalities and tricks and trades and tips that we can share? So we've got some exciting, fun ones
Yeah,
today to share.
I'm going to start here, I think. I think we should
Hmm.
start. Um, for me and in my practice, I believe that everything that's occurring in our world, in our life, in every disease, I believe there's an emotional component. And not that cellulite is a disease, but it is a condition of the body. And so therefore, I always go to references that address kind of that emotional component. Today I chose You Can Heal Your Body from Louise Hay, and the emotional component to cellulite. I looked it up. It says probable cause of cellulite, stored anger and self-punishment.
Mm, hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
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 And then if you look
Yeah.
at the new thought pattern, what it says to, the mantra, what you should be repeating to yourself, the affirmation, maybe reading, writing, put it on post-it notes, surrounding yourself with it. I forgive others. I forgive myself. I am free to love and enjoy life. Another book that I looked up, it says that cellulite is childhood aches and pains, like it's trauma or pain, whether it's emotional pain or physical pain, yeah, from childhood that it shows up as cellulite. So both of them seem, that seems reasonable. It's anger and there's a need for forgiveness. So whether you believe it, you don't believe it, might be worth a thought. Maybe give it a try to kind of look at the emotions that might be tied to this. Is it
Yeah.
anger or is it childhood trauma?
It really ties into what you said earlier that women see it more than men.
Mm.
Women tend to repress or stuff down those emotions versus men tend to let out that anger or, voice it more easily. Or in the Midwest, Minnesota nice, you just don't say the bad things.
Yeah.
Like you just go along with it. So I can see why that would be right
Build up.
hanging out in our body
Yeah.
until we can figure out how to address that, how to release that past, how to release the current feelings so we can move forward in that. Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Get to the root cause of it, deal with that. If we're not ready to get to the root cause of it, though, there's
We
some
can address
tools
it
that
topically.
can help us. Yeah,
So some of the things for me
absolutely.
that kind of come up are hydration. Many of us are dehydrated. We have to bring this up over and over and over again is hydration. Have you looked at your hydration? What kind of water are you drinking? How are you absorbing your water? Are you getting enough water or fluids of any kind? Are you drinking sugary, caffeine loaded fluids? those don't support detoxification. Those don't support a healthy lymph system. We have more lymph fluid in our body than we have blood in our body. We need to continuously move that lymph. Think of lymph as a conveyor belt of garbage. As our organs dump garbage onto that conveyor belt has to run it through our elimination systems, through our kidneys, through our liver, and sometimes through our sweat, through our skin, and push it out. But our body has to detox. It has to eliminate. And the greatest, easiest way to do that, to support that system, is through hydration. So for me, hydration and detoxification naturally, not saying you have to take something to detox, supporting your own body's natural detoxification. Some of the plants around that are greens. I love parsley. Not everybody likes that. Parsley, celery, cucumber, kale, those kinds of green foods can help me
Mhm.
detox and push things out. Chlorella is another one that I use, spirulina, all things green to help to detox. So where are you detoxing naturally with the foods that you're consuming? And how much water are you using to move everything through your body? How do you address detoxing? I know we share the same thing. So are there some things that I may,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's part of why juicing has become such a great trend, is because people are using that to really support their organs to actually work better and to help push things through their bodies. So whether you're fully juicing the celery and parsley, or whether you're just blending the whole food or eating the whole food, or whether you're making, we call it a detox soup, like a cabbage and hearty vegetable soup with broth, and helping your body really work at optimal
Hmm.
so that it can heal and support itself, right? That's, your body's designed to do amazing things. We just have to give it the right input and the right tools, and manage the emotions that we're carrying around with it too. They all tie together. It's like little dominoes. One tips, so the others kind of lean in as well.
So we got our eating, our drinking, let's move it, exercise. I have a rebounder in my office, a little bitty trampoline, and I hop on it and I'll do, 200 bounces, and then, go to my next call, or, sit on my derriere and do my next Zoom. But throughout the day, I try to get on that. There is no pump for the lymph system. There is no way to move the lymph system. So physical exercises is necessary. So I do rebounding. What is your favorite exercise to get things moving for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of great movements. Even just getting up on your tiptoes back and forth when you're standing in the kitchen, when you're cooking, when you're throughout the day, but just getting that systematically moving through your body. I have a balance board that I use right here at my desk when I have my desk in the standing position. Um, and then just, detoxing also is just helping your body sweat. Like, some people like to exercise, but they're like, oh, I don't sweat. You need to get to the point of sweating, because that's what your body needs. So if it is hard for you to sweat, maybe trying out hot yoga, maybe trying out places that have saunas that can really help your body move this through your system. If there's something holding your system back, get support for that. See someone to help you with that, but also use modalities that are right available to you. Get in the heat.
And other things too, right?
Yes,
Other
yes.
tools, topical tools available.
Mm,
This is my dry brush. It's made out of cactus bristles. It is as old as, it's been around 20 years probably. They don't go bad. And the thing about dry brushing is it stimulates that lymph fluid. We always brush towards the heart, whether it's up the legs towards the heart, or up the arms towards the heart, up the belly towards the heart. Um, Dry brushing is a great way. And you could do it right before you get into the shower. Just stand in the tub before you turn it on and dry brush. You'll see all the dry skin flaking off, but it stimulates the movement of that lymph fluid. Another
mhm.
one is this is called a fascia blaster. Fascia blasters, there's different size tools. I think I have one. Here's a smaller one. This one's actually for the face, because you have lymph up here as well, so you can move things towards those organs, but you wouldn't use something this big in the delicate areas. So there's different kinds of tools. I think you have a gua sha tool there you were going to show too.
Yeah, yeah. Gua sha stones are really easy to get things moving. They're generally, most of the videos, if you watch or learn how to use a gua sha, it talks about the face, but that can be done on any part of the body. So this is a great one for travel because it's so tiny, convenient. If you really like enjoying this, pop this in the fridge and use it as a cold tool. Really helpful. But before I use a tool like that or dry brushing or that, I always use some type of oil.
Mm.
So this is the one I like the most is the Cellulite Magic from Young Living. It has a lot of great oils and ingredients in it that help support the drainage system. You can DIY an oil as well, using grapefruit and cypress and a few other oils that help, again, increase and move that drainage system through your body. But just putting a small amount on your body, massaging that in, dry brushing on top of that before you get in the shower, again, is just going to help work that deeper into your skin and into your tissues. Our skin is the largest organ, right? It needs a lot more support than just a little wash and pat with some moisturizer, right? We need to get in there.
Yeah.
And there's so much new information coming through talking about the fascia, talking about the connective tissue under the skin, below, we can't see it, but it's between our layer of skin and our muscles, and it's what pulls everything together, but it's also what holds a lot of the junk, the emotion, the toxins, the all the other pieces. So when we can get this moving, that's when we can really get rid of that like let that conveyor belt run full speed and dump the stuff out
Yeah.
so that you can really feel amazing and you can take it to the next level of health there.
You can even feel when your fascia is tight. When you're rubbing your hands across your arms, you might feel chunks or tight spots. Those are areas that need to be stimulated and broken up because it's stretching that fascia and not allowing it to do its job. It can get hard and tense, and there's even massage therapists that specialize in that.
Mhm.
There's different types of body workers, body therapists that can help you to break up that fascia and get it smooth and there's tools out there as well that we do them gently. The first time I started using these, whoa, I had so many bruises. I was like, yeah, I had no idea that my fascia had tightened up so much. And oil. After the oil, I love that's my favorite oil as well, of course. We're both Young Living lovers. The other one that they just came out with, I don't even know if you can see this. I have too much light in front of me. It's
Yeah.
called the Sandalwood Boswellia Firming Cream. I just started using this. I love it. It's got the amazing essential oils in it that help to support the tightening and firming of the skin. So using the oil to begin with, doing the treatment, and then after you rinse and wash, using some cream to support that just kind of stays on throughout the day. Uh, I'm sure there's many other products out there. Paula and I have found our favorites. So if there's something that you want to get your hands on, please let us know. We'd be more than happy to help you with that. One other one, I don't know if you've even seen this. Have you seen this little guy? Do you know what this is, Paula?
No, tell
Oh man.
me.
So yeah, I've been with Young Living for a long time. So I went back and looked. Look at this. So you put the essential
Oh,
oil on. You remember
yes.
this? Yeah. And then the roller balls move. So you can take your look at hasn't been used in a while. A little dust came off of that. So you can take your grapefruit and your ledum and your different oils that help to break that up and just use them in the sample bottles. And then you can get in there with the essential oils and again, break up the fascia with that, supporting that
Cool.
deeper level of tissue. So that was a fun one that I used to use when I was doing a lot more raindrops, just to help people kind of
Yeah.
get their bodies ready to receive that raindrop and loosen them up. I'm glad we talked about this because I pulled it out. I was like, I knew I had that somewhere, and went digging in the bookcase and found it tucked behind some books. And it was like, I'm using that. I'm taking that out for me. So the other one,
Awesome.
cupping. Have you ever had a cupping session?
Yeah.
Tell us about your
Yeah.
experience. Yeah.
Um, I react very fast because I have very sensitive skin. So
Yeah.
it only took a minute or two, but really pulls the um, blood cells to that area very quickly, gets that movement happening in there. And then most people do end up bruising because of that, pulling that to that area so quickly. But there's a couple of different types of cups. There's silicone cups, there's glass cups, depending on the practitioner that you
I
go
have
to,
acrylic.
have
Yeah, I use
different
acrylic.
styles.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I bruised my dad's back really bad. Yeah, he was like, make it tighter, make it tighter. I really want to feel it. And I'm like, nah, I don't think so, Dad. I don't think so, Dad. Yeah, he ended up with some pretty good bruises, but it did give him relief. He struggled immensely with back pain. And yeah, just doing those cups on his back and moving them around just would really help loosen things up and could give relief. So if you've not experienced it, maybe Google it and learn a little bit about it. You could probably watch a cupping session online. Many athletes do it to help get things moving again after a strenuous workout or after a strenuous event. Yeah, I'm a fan of cupping. I love it. I have a great friend in River Falls. You know her, Deb Andazola. Oh, she's extraordinary with the cupping.
Hmm.
I was her practice guinea pig when she was learning how to do it. You know, we get to learn all these modalities. I know how to do raindrop and cupping and all of these things, but then where do we go to get it done on us? You know, it's great that we can
Hmm.
serve other people. So I'm happy that my friends are learning all this so we can swap services and change so we all get to take care of ourselves. But
Absolutely.
any other ones? That's kind of what I had today for help.
The only other one that comes to mind is some chiropractors or physical therapists will even use like it looks like a metal plate. So it's often called like scraping, and
Yes.
it is much more intensive treatment. So they may even need to do it before the chiropractor can make an adjustment or after they make an adjustment, and then they work out those areas that are extra tight that need some of that um, energy and oxygen moving into that area. But it is almost painful to have it done because they know exactly where to go and exactly where to push and then exactly where to scrape
Yeah.
that area. And in the moment, it's intense, but afterwards, it's like this flood of relief happening. So I've had it done on a couple areas of the body, but particularly on the bottom of the feet, like in the arch of the foot. Incredible. Well, we know the foot has all the Vitaflex points of the body too. So not only are you helping like what's happening in the foot itself, but also what organ is related to that area
Mhm.
too is getting some relief at that same time as well. So that's a really impressive treatment
Never done it.
to experience. But yes, make sure you research your practitioner and find one that is skilled and successful in it because it can be, like you said, too much is not good. They need to
Yeah.
have just the right amount of intensity to make the effectiveness without making the problem worse. And it was amazing after I did mine so that I could just have that instant relief.
Huh.
It was
Not done it.
incredible. Yeah.
Love it. I am a fan of reflexology, boy. I was having some severe hip pain. I mean, I was walking with a cane. I was in so much pain. This was quite a few years ago. And I went to a reflexologist, and all she did was work on my feet and ankles, like
Hmm.
around the ankles, tops of the feet, and the bottoms of the feet. And she taught me a tremendous amount about like working on your bronchioles by hitting the tops of your feet with reflexology
Yeah.
point. So, finding a reflexologist or somebody, a massage therapist that does lymphatic massage, are two other great resources. Chiropractics. I never had that scraping, so that sounds kind of
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And
The
I'm not
last thing,
expecting a reason to use it. I am going to just listen and take Paula's word for this. Okay, please, Lord.
yeah. The other tool that I use is using the raindrop technique on my own feet. Yes, I want a practitioner to be able to do it down my spine and keep that movement going, but I can simply do the raindrop on my feet or my partner's foot so that it can just help movement in those areas. Specifically, like you mentioned, when you have respiratory stuff or when you have brain concerns, working on those toes and just under the toes are so important
And that's
to
available to
keep.
everyone. There is a DVD in the Raindrop Kit from Young Living, so you can watch a practitioner do it and apply the oils to yourself, whether
Mhm.
it's on the feet or on the back, or if you're going to apply it to your family. So Those are available to anybody. You don't have to be certified in it. We chose to get, trained in it so that we could work with clients. But yeah, these are all resources that you have access to. So when your health is important to you, you want to do that research and you want to bring in those alternative tools to modern medicine. And sometimes they work more effectively to support our bodies getting back into status quo, to support our body's wellness in the most natural, healing, healthy way that we can. So we
Yeah.
encourage you to check it out.
The DVD is no longer available in the Raindrop kit, but there is a video that anyone that gets a kit, just message me and I can get you that video so that you
Okay.
have the most updated resources on that to
Wow.
learn how to do it and experience it. So, yeah.
All right. Final thoughts? Anything else? Great topic,
No.
great suggestion. I love it. Next month, February, the first week, we're going to talk a little bit about the 5 love languages, the well-being.
Mhm.
What's the love language of well-being? So we'll talk about that. And then second week, we're going to get into some aphrodisiac beverages, herbs, things that might stimulate love in your relationship. And then we're going to start preparing for Easter, and we have some great tools coming up. We have a great email campaign, 40 days of emails about essential oils and health and wellness as we lead into Easter. So we have been preparing some things for all of you. We hope you participate, take part in, and experience herbs, oils, and wellness for yourself. And if we can help get you some tools or help get you some oils, let you to experience some of these things, please reach out. You can direct message either of us, or you can go to our website at theplantpowerhalfhour.now.site. That again is theplantpowerhalfhour.now.site. And we have all kinds of access points for you there.
Awesome. So good to chat again. Looking forward to next time, Lisa.
Sounds great. Have a wonderful week, everybody. And thank you, Miss Paula.